Hey YouTube, it's me again. I'm back with another video. So yeah, first things first, we ain't just gonna jump into this like I ain't been missing for a whole month and a half. But yeah y'all, my bad. I've been gone. So yeah, I'm back. I was in the midst of moving and other stuff like that. I won't really get into all that good stuff, but yeah. So I don't know what part we on, but we're finishing the testimony. That's what we're finishing. And then after this series of my testimony, I'm gonna be coming out with some more videos. Any video y'all see before this video is already pre-recorded. It's just not out there yet, but it's already pre-recorded. Yeah, I got some more videos for y'all. Y'all get into the nails. Look at the nails, but don't mind my nails because I got one hand done like this and then one hand done like this. But I just did this one today. I might do this one tomorrow or later today. I don't know yet. But let me know in the comments if y'all want to see videos of me doing my nails or see videos of me doing nails. Let me know. And yeah, I got y'all. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to find what part we are on. Okay, so we're on part 4. Ooh, nah. Okay, so we left off on 10th grade. Yeah, so we're moving to 11th grade. Okay, let me talk about 11th grade, and then after I'm done talking about 11th grade, if the video is not too long or if it's not too much, I'm gonna add in 12th grade after 11th grade. So yeah, let's just get into it. So like I told y'all before, I'm gonna be reading to y'all what's in my notes, then I'm gonna break it down. So I put 11th grade was still a little rocky, but things got a little bit better. Around this time, I started to speak to my biological father again, and that was the worst mistake I ever made. That was the worst mistake I ever made. So I'm gonna pause right there and I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. So like I said, I started speaking to my biological dad again, and I have felt like that was one of the worst mistakes I have ever made, only because it was just so much turmoil, it was a lot going on, a lot of trauma, a lot of emotions. It was a lot. Like, we was arguing every day. Every time we spoke, we was arguing. So it was almost like I was in a toxic relationship, and I ain't like that. It's like, it was almost like I was in a relationship with a narcissist, like a toxic relationship. I didn't like that, so I had to cut all ties. So yeah, I cut ties, but did not end up speaking to him again. We can get into that later, but everything was good at first until he started calling me out of my name. I'm not gonna lie, I started getting disrespectful with him because in my head it's like, you haven't been here for years and all of a sudden you want to come back in my life trying to run something. Okay y'all, so I'm back. So I left off on, I was being disrespectful because like, you haven't been here for years or whatever, and all of a sudden you want to come back in my life trying to run something. So yeah, I left off on that part. Okay, let me break that down and explain that. So the reason I say that is because everybody know, if you have daddy issues, if you have issues with your parent, any parent, not only just your father, any parent that's in your life, or anybody, really somebody with authority over you, so like a parent, they haven't been there for you. They have not been there for you for years. They have not been there for you like for years since you was born, and then all of a sudden they want to come back in your life. It's one thing to want to come back in my life and be there for me, and it's another thing to want to try to come back in my life and run something like you just always been here. That I can't stand that. I don't like that. Like, you haven't been here, now all of a sudden you coming back and you want to run something, or you want to like to me, I don't like that, because where were you? You had a chance to do it, you didn't do it. So yeah, leave that where it's at. But I will say, I was wrong for being disrespectful. I was wrong for being disrespectful, because, you know, the Bible, it says, honor your mother and your father, and your days will be long upon the earth. So yeah, I was wrong for being disrespectful. Even though I didn't agree with the things that he was saying to me, I didn't agree with the things that he was doing. Dang, I need to slow down, because I'm talking too fast and I'm stumbling over my words. But yes, I did not agree with the things that he was saying and doing to me. I didn't agree with it, and because I didn't agree with it, I got disrespectful. And God is still working on me with that, because the moment I feel disrespected, I get disrespectful back, and that's not the way to be. So yeah. Then I said, well, but my dad really made me, my biological father really made me feel like he did not care about me. And he still don't call me or reach out to me to this day, and I'm okay with that now. Like before, I'm okay with that now. So yes, I am okay with that now. But before that, I was not okay with it. It used to bother me so bad, but I'm cool with it now, because I'm learning to, I have learned to forgive him. And I have learned to just move on with my life and be grateful for what I do have. So it's just like, yeah, it don't bother me as much as it used to. Don't get me wrong, it still bothers me, but it does not bother me as bad as it used to. So yes, that year I also got a chance to meet my brothers, and they were really cool, but we didn't talk like that. But the situation with my biological father brought me back into a depressive state. I was always crying when I spoke to him, so I had started to distance myself. So let me break that down. So basically, I ended up meeting my brothers that year, and they were really cool. They real cool. But I had started to notice that whenever I would talk to him, I would go into like a depressive state, whether it was right away, whether it was days later, whether it was a day later. I would start to go into like a depressive state. And anytime I spoke to him, it would lead me to be emotional or emotionally distraught, because of how he would treat me and the things he would say to me. So yeah, for example, I'm gonna give one example, but because like I said, I'm gonna give one example and that's it. I'm gonna give one thing that he said to me and that's it, because like I said, I'm not trying to bash him or anybody else in this video. I'm just giving y'all my testimony, raw, real, and uncut. So yeah, one thing that he said to me, he had called me a demon, and I didn't like that, because I'm not no demon. Yes, it hurt my feelings. I was mad. So yeah, after that I got disrespectful. But like I was saying before, it caused me to go into a depressive state. And once I realized that, even my mom realized it. She was basically telling me like, if every time I talk to him it's gonna cause me to be this way, I don't need to be talking to him. So once I realized that, I just basically distanced myself away from him, because you're toxic. I cannot be in a relationship, or I cannot have a relationship, friendship, whatever you want to call it, with someone who is toxic. Like, because it's affecting me mentally. So my mental health comes first. So if you can't respect that, then I can't be around you. Simple. So that was the 11th grade year. So we still got time to get into 12th grade year. I keep pausing and stopping this video. This video gonna have a lot of editing to do. But yeah. 12th grade. Now in 12th grade, things were going good. I started to come out of my shell more. I started to talk to people more. And I ended up getting into another relationship that was serious. And, well, yeah, let's pause right there. I got into another relationship that was serious. So yes, I did not mention this. I'm glad I'm still doing this video with 11th grade, because I didn't mention this. I don't even know. Yeah, I didn't mention it. But in 11th grade, I was in my shell. Like, I was Anybody who I went to high school with, you could ask them. You could ask my brother. I used to walk around with a jacket and a hoodie on 11th grade year. Like, I really did not want to be bothered like that in 11th grade, honestly. So, yeah. So, 12th grade, I started to come out of my shell more. I took that jacket off, took that hoodie off, started doing my hair more, started talking more, and yeah. That year, I also had gotten into another serious relationship, but I'm not gonna say with who he was. But y'all, I'm gonna do another testimony, but it's gonna be like about my relationship experiences. But I'm gonna just give y'all a little snippet. That boy right there was a freaking narcissist. I had gotten into another relationship after him, but this was when I was out of high school. But before this dude, the dude I'm talking about now, this dude was a narcissist. Y'all, I did not realize the signs. Y'all, stay tuned for this relationship stuff, because I'm gonna be giving y'all my testimony, and I'm gonna be giving y'all some good tips to peep out a narcissist. Y'all, if y'all want to hear that, if y'all want to hear my story about if y'all want another series about my relationship stuff, let me know. Let me know in the comments right now. Pause this video, type in the comments, I want to know, or we want to hear about it. Let me know. So yeah, it's a lot. I gotta tell y'all, I'm kind of excited about it. But yeah, I got into another relationship, and I also ended up becoming friends with a group of girls that I thought we were, well, I ended up becoming friends with a group of girls, and I thought that we were down tight, basically. I found out that they were talking about me the whole time, so I stopped being friends with them. So yes, y'all, I stopped being friends with them because I found out they was talking about me. I ain't like that. I don't like hanging around fake people, so yeah. Yeah, I cut them off because, yeah, I can't. Now, as far as my ex-boyfriend at the time goes, we were really cool in the beginning, and then he started treating me bad, and he was cheating on me, so I broke up with him. I talked to one of my therapists at school, and I was telling her everything that he was doing, and I found out that he was a narcissist. So once I broke up with him, I was sad for a couple weeks, but then I bounced back. Now, I said for a couple weeks, really feel like a couple days I was sad, but I think it was like a week or two that I was sad, and then after that I bounced back. Let me tell y'all why I bounced back so quick from that relationship. Yes, I was hurt over it, but I was not that hurt. Like, I really bounced back quick. And the reason why is because all the stuff that I was going through with him, and him being a narcissist and doing all this crazy stuff, I mentally checked out before I physically walked away. I was mentally already done. And then I just broke up with him because I was like, yeah, I can't. So that's why it didn't take, I'm telling you, once you not physically, but once you mentally check out first, it's not going to be that hard to get over that person. But yeah. Yeah, but I bounced back after a couple weeks because that relationship really drained the life out of me. So when we broke up, it felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulders. Number one sign. This is how you know if a person is not from God or if a person is not from you. If you feel like, when y'all break up, if you feel like, I'm gonna mention this again in my other series, but I'm gonna just tell y'all now. If you feel like a weight is lifted off your shoulders when you break up with them, that person was not for you. Okay? So yeah, next part. So at that point, I started working on myself, trying to better myself, and then I graduated, and that was the best day of my life. I was so happy that I was finally done with school. Then me and my father started talking again, and it was still very toxic. I thought since we didn't talk in a while, it would be better, but it wasn't. So I was still trying to talk to him, and I ended up moving, and that made me sad. Okay, that's a lot right there. So I ended up talking to him again. Why did I end up talking to him again? Yeah, we just ended up talking. Child, I don't even know. We just ended up talking. I thought that since we hadn't talked in a long time, it would be better. But it wasn't. So y'all, I had to cut him off again. And I went almost a year without talking to him. Because, yeah, no. And the part when I say I moved. So when all this was happening, I was living in Miami. In the MIA. Miami. Then I moved to Broward. And I said I got sad because it was a lot that went on with that, but I'm not gonna get into it. So yeah, we moved to Broward, and yeah, I was kind of depressed a little bit, but yeah, I shook back. I got over it. Yeah. So me and my father continued to talk, and things was just more toxic, and eventually I cut him off. I just stated that a couple minutes ago or seconds ago. Yeah. So we were still talking, and stuff was getting real toxic again. So I cut him off, and that's the part where we went almost a year without talking. Okay, so then it says, then I got into another relationship, and this one was really serious, and things did not work out, and it broke me so bad, y'all. I had got into another relationship. It was real serious. We was cool, like we was locked in. I thought that was my husband. I ain't gonna lie to you, but that's how serious we was. But things didn't end up working out, and that broke me so bad. And don't get me wrong, I already knew God before the breakup. I knew God. I knew who God was. But I'm telling y'all, I didn't really get a real encounter by myself with God until that breakup happened. Once the breakup happened, that's when I realized, like, dang, like I really got a real glance of who God really was. Okay, so yeah. So like I said, it hurt me to my core. I've never been so sad over a dude before. But long story short, after we broke up, I decided to get my life together and get closer to God. And that has been the best decision I have made ever since. So now I'm waiting for my husband, and I'm doing God's work. Right now, as we speak, I'm doing God's work. I'm sharing my testimony so that one of you viewers, whoever is viewing, know that you're not alone, and that it's people out here going through the same thing you're going through, and that God loves you. I love you. Everybody, not everybody, but we love you. We here for you. Okay, so yeah, like, life isn't easy, don't get me wrong. Life has its ups and downs, but yeah, aside from that, just keep y'all heads up. I pray that this video helps somebody. I know it will, because yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody needed to hear this. I don't know who, but I pray that this video will reach whoever it needs to reach. I pray that the right viewers will see this video, and that God will put this video on their screen so that they know that they are not alone. So yes, y'all, as in all of my other videos, I always say I'm gonna put the number on the screen, or I'm gonna put the number in the description, and I never do. So guess what I got, y'all? I got the hotline number, the suicide hotline number. So if anybody who is viewing my video, watching my video, feeling depressed, feeling suicidal, whatever the case is, and you just feel like you need to talk to somebody before you lose it, the number is 800-656-4673. Again, it's 800-656-4673. That's the hotline number. I'm gonna put it right here so y'all can see it. Pause it, take a screenshot, do whatever you gotta do. That's the hotline number. Also tell y'all, when you feel like you can't talk to nobody, when you feel like things is just going wrong, pray, talk to God, read your Bible. It's gonna help you. It helped me every time. I can't even lie to you. That junk helped me. Not that junk. God forgive me. That I did not mean to say that. But that helps me every single time. Reading the Bible, praying when I'm feeling down, when I'm feeling sad. When I pray, when I read the Bible, it helps me. And also, y'all, literally go on Google, Safari, whatever you got, and look up scriptures, and then type in scriptures, and then type in whatever you're dealing with. So for example, scriptures about depression, scriptures about anxiety, scriptures about anger, scriptures about depression. Look those things up, and don't just read the verse that it give you. Don't just read the verse that it give you. Read the whole chapter. Because right now, I'm kind of struggling with anxiety a little bit. So I looked up scriptures and I chose 7 different ones. I chose 7 different ones to read and to study. Because y'all, don't just read it, but study it. That's what's going to help you if you study it. If you don't study it, if you just read it to read it, it's not going to help you. So you got to study it. And what else? When you read it, when you are reading it, don't just my brain, because I'm doing 2 things at one time. Don't just read the little verse that they give you. Don't just read that verse. Go to the scripture and read the whole chapter. Read the whole chapter and study the whole chapter. It's gonna help. Okay, so I found it. It's called, so the number I gave y'all, the first number, y'all heard it. Y'all know the number. The second number is 988. Just 3 numbers. 988. Now, you can call that number and you can text it. So let's see. 988. We're gonna see if it worked before I just give y'all the number, send y'all with it. Okay, so 988. Okay, so I text them and I said hi, and this is what they said. I hope y'all can read it. If not, I'll read it to y'all. It says, welcome to the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. We are here to help by continuing. Text us. You agree to our terms. Yeah. Text us, you agree to our terms. Yeah. So I guess you just gotta text, I agree to the terms, whatever the case. Whatever they tell you to do, just follow the directions. You get the point. You get the point. So yes. Save the number to your phone. I don't care what you do. Save it to your phone. You need like a specific therapist. Like if you want a therapist and you don't want to call this hotline, because every time you call this hotline, you're gonna get a different person every time. But with a therapist, you're gonna have the same therapist. So if you need, I hope y'all made it to this part of the video so y'all can hear all the resources that I'm giving to y'all. But if you need a therapist, I'm gonna put everything in this video that y'all need to reach out to me or anybody else, because I know I'm gonna probably forget. But if you need a therapist, please DM me. I'm going to put my Instagram on here. If you need a therapist, please DM me, and I'm gonna give y'all the resources for the therapist. I'm gonna give y'all the numbers, because I have like a list full of therapists. So if you need a therapist, please DM me and I got y'all. So this is it's time for me to go. So yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.